They're saying one thing and doing another, and I'll let you be the judge of whether they're, holding true to what they say or just BSing us. Hi everyone, welcome to another video on Battlefield 6. In this video, I am going to be talking to you about the biggest problem facing Battlefield 6 right now, in my opinion, and I think you'll agree with me why this is a huge problem. And this is a problem that's been there since launch. It's kind of odd that it hasn't been addressed already and fixed already, because they're addressing a lot of other things which are making the problem much worse. So, what is this problem? Before we get into that, I think about 99% of you are not subscribed to the channel that are watching this. Please do subscribe. It'll help me out. And follow me on Twitch. I do stream pretty much every day. Now let's get into it. The biggest problem with Battlefield 6 right now is the grind that you have to partake in to literally get anything in this game. So what do I mean by this? Well, let's take a look. We got our assault. We got these guns. They unlock based off of when you level or when you complete an assignment. Now let's see what this danger close assignment is. This danger close assignment requires that I aim down sight with carbines and I get 250 kills. And I also need to inflict 10,000 damage with carbines. So I do that. Then I have to use a specific carbine, the QBZ-192 or the M277, and I have to get 100 kills with it. And I also have to perform a headshot with said carbine 300 times. So that's how these assignments work. To unlock weapons, I need to do all this shit to get it, right? Whoever came up with these, they need to be either talked to or they need to understand how a game works. These are arbitrary assignments that are just pointless, in my opinion. Like, we shouldn't even have to do these assignments to unlock weapons. We should be able to unlock these weapons based off of the level. If I'm level 50, I should probably have most of these weapons unlocked. I shouldn't have to do these stupid assignments. For example, for recon, to get this, I wish I could still see it, but to get the tracer dart, I have to spot enemies, which is fine. But why can't I earn this while I'm earning other things? Why are these other things locked? Why are they locked? Why couldn't this be earned while I was earning my other one? You know what I mean? Like, this is what I mean. A lot of these are locked for no reason, and they prevent you from earning XP related to what you've already been doing for other things. So that's one thing. I don't think they should be locked one after the other. They should be earning the stuff that you're doing throughout the game while you're playing it. That being said, let's compare it to a previous title. Let's look at Battlefield 2042. I didn't enjoy that game that much. It was okay, but not the greatest. But that game required about 360 kills to unlock all attachments for a single weapon. So for Battlefield 2042, it took about 360 kills to unlock all the attachments. That's something you could probably do if you played, like an hour of solo or co-op, if you were, just farming bots. Because Battlefield 2042 had a solo mode where you could just go and farm bots if you wanted to unlock your weapons. Which sounds about reasonable. Like, if you only played PvP, like you didn't play with any bots, you just played on the official servers, it would take you about 6 hours to do it versus the 1 or 2 hours to do it otherwise. So that's how long it would take you to unlock everything for one gun. Okay, now let's compare that to Battlefield 6. So it takes about 2,500 kills right now to unlock all the attachments for a single weapon. So that, if you were doing the bot matches, that would take you about 4 hours. So it's about 4 times as long if you were able to do bot matches. Now, if you do the regular games that you would be playing, how many kills are you really getting in a game? You're probably getting like maybe 15, 20, 30 kills per game. And if you're doing that, that would take you almost 42 hours at a minimum to unlock everything for one gun. That's just one gun. How many guns are in the game? There's quite a few guns in this game right now. So if we take into account how many guns there are in the game, or weapons, there's about 45 in total. So 45 times 40, how many hours? It's like 4 hours, right? 45 times 4 hours. And if you take it as, like, let's say you're doing like 30 kills a game on average. In that case, it's going to take you about almost 2,000 hours. So almost 1,900 hours is what it's going to take you to unlock everything for every single gun. How many of you do you think are out there that are going to be able to play Battlefield 6 for 1,900 hours anytime soon to be able to unlock everything for every single gun? Obviously, not everybody wants to do this. You only want to do it for your own gun. But even then, that's almost 200 to 300 hours minimum for if you want 5 guns unlocked fully, which is insane for 5 or 6 guns. That's actually nuts. Like, you're probably only going to play that much Battlefield in the lifetime of the game unless it stays forever. Battlefield 6 stays around forever. So that's how long it would take you if you were doing like 30 average kills. If you're doing 20, that's almost 3,000 hours. If you're doing 15 average kills per game and you're not playing that often, that's going to take you about almost 4,000 hours. So nobody in their right mind would ever be playing Battlefield 6. I don't know of anyone that I know of that would be, even myself, even though I'm streaming it pretty much every day, there's no way I'm going to hit that 4,000 hour mark or even like remotely close to that mark for by any stretch of the imagination. So why are they locked in this way? Why is the grind so difficult? And now with them taking away the portal experience, search experiences. So I'm going to search farm. Let's see if there's any out there. None. Okay, so farming. Farm kills. Let's see. You can only get match completion bonus. You can't get anything else for it. Now, XP farm. Only get match completion bonus. Nothing else for it. 4 minutes AFK farm. You don't get anything else for it. So there's no way to get those kills in the bot matches anymore because you don't have a co-op or like a solo mode like you did in Battlefield 2042 to be able to do that. So the grind time is ridiculous. That's one huge problem, and that's one of the biggest problems right now. The other is related. The other problem is these challenges, like I said, are pointless. They're stupid. I hate them. I don't think they should exist. I think they should not be locked. If you are earning things, they should be earning regardless. So it doesn't matter that you have to do one thing before you do the other. That's just the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's an artificial way to lock and gate content, and it's stupid and it should not exist. That being said, another thing that should not exist is this. Why do I have to master all these other weapons to their maximum pretty much, or to at a minimum 20 to be able to unlock camo for the gun of my choice? Constantly EA has been touting, we want players to have choice. We want players to enjoy the game. That's why we want open weapons. Closed weapons are meh, whatever. It doesn't matter. So we want people to just play the game and have fun. Then why the fuck are you locking these fucking camos behind other guns? If I am a recon player, I don't want to use a fucking LMG. I don't want to use a fucking SMG. I don't want to use a fucking carbine. I want to use my sniper rifle, and I do not want any of this shit locked behind any other weapon because I could give less shits about any other weapons. So it's beyond regarded that this stuff is locked behind other weapon masteries. It's so stupid. Another artificial way to gatekeep and to prevent you from getting unlocks that you want for the weapon of your choice. They are forcing you to place things that you don't want, even though they say they want you to play things the way you want. But now they're forcing you to do shit that you don't want to do. It's stupid and it shouldn't exist, and it needs to change, and you need to talk about it, and you need to make your voices heard. So make sure you do not give up on this and keep talking about the fact that this is stupid. The grind is stupid, and the fact that the camo is unlocked behind these stupid random arbitrary guns that you're never gonna touch in your life. It makes no sense. It's the biggest problem with Battlefield 6 right now. It is the one thing that is ruining the game for me. The game is fun. It's fun. The maps are pretty bad, but they're decent. I mean, like, I can't complain too much about it. The maps are decent. They could be better, obviously. A lot of stuff could be better. The netcode could be better. Everything could be better. But it's in a relatively good state for launch, except for this shit. This shit is beyond broken for launch. I don't know who in their right minds in Battlefield Labs, whoever was testing the shit, said it was okay to lock this in this way. Or if they just unlocked it for everybody and nobody knew that this was going to be the case. But the fact that nobody's talking about it really bothers me. Like creators like Jack Frags, like Tactical Brit, like Westy, like Stoda. Why are you guys not talking about this? Why are these locked behind this stuff? I understand that you want to keep your access. I understand that you want to have the access. I would like to have the access, but I don't care. Even if I had the access, I would still talk about this because it's constructive feedback. It would make the game more fun. It would make it more fun for everybody involved. And people would probably play more EA. They would actually play the game more because they would want to get that next skin unlocked. Or maybe they'd want to get to the point where they could get the skin that they want. So yeah, that's it for this video. So the biggest problem right now is the grind and the arbitrary locks that they've placed to make you play things that you don't want to play, even though they say that their philosophy is that you should be able to play the way you want to play. So they're saying one thing and doing another, and I'll let you be the judge of whether they're, you know, holding true to what they say or just BSing us. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And if you aren't subscribed to the channel, like I said, like 99% of you aren't, please do. And I'll see you all in the next one.